Okay, I thought I will share how I drain and refill coolant on this 1990 Volvo 240, and I'm gonna replace the IAT sensor, which is your coolant temperature sensor, and you can see the part numbers. This is how it looks like. This one has 2-pin connector, and you have two of those, one that senses the coolant temperature for the fuel system, and this one that has one wire. I'm gonna go closer. Yeah, it's hard to see. There it is. You can see it has one wire. This one is for your fuel gauge, not the fuel, the temperature gauge. The IAT, the coolant temperature sensor, is further down. You'll see the white connector over there. See that white connector? It's closer to the firewall. There it is. Now, I thought I will share how I do it now. To gain access, I'm gonna disconnect the fuel injector cables, pull it down, and disconnect these fat hose for the cold start injector, and maybe also the rotor. So let's do that. Okay, so as you can see, the injector connectors are off. There are two 10mm, one, two for the ground, and there they are, all the connectors that went down. So I put it here. The distributor cap is off, and also this is the hose that goes over here. It's also off. So now you can see that sensor. There it is. I took the connector off. See, this is the temperature gauge, and that's your IAT. To drain the coolant, I'm going to remove that clamp and remove the hose and let it drain into a bucket. Now, you know, it's a tight fit, so I've ended up using one of these 19mm open end. It flexes. I could somehow reach, you'll see it, reach it over there. Okay, so the new one is gonna go in. Okay guys, little advice. This worked for me. Try this shorter one, the longer one, and the longest. You'll be able to take it out and put it back in. It's a tight fit, but it's possible without taking the intake manifold. So it's nice and tight. Yeah, you can see it's shiny over there. So now it's a matter of just putting back everything together. And we did remove the coolant reservoir. We're cleaning it, so at least I'm gonna be able to see what is the level of my coolant, because I had like green stuff on the inside. Mixing up the coolant. This is concentrated Volvo 3.8 and 3.8 the ionized water. I'm gonna mix both of these in a bucket together to make it 50-50 coolant. Okay, so I did put in that new coolant temperature sensor. I connected back the connector. I did connect the temperature gauge connector. I pulled back the injector connectors. I did put back the fat hose over here on the manifold that goes from the idle control valve. I did reconnect the two ground for the fuel injectors, 10mm bolts. What else? I did put back and clean the distributor. I did reconnect the lower radiator hose. We did disconnect to clean the reservoir, one little connector here and easy at the bottom over here. So that's connected. The battery is off right now. So I did mix 50-50 in the bucket coolant, and now it's time to refill into the clean reservoir. So I'm gonna do that.